Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to this special day of 11/11, November 11, a portal of light. And I'm so happy that you're here to go through this portal together. When we gather many people for a meditation or a process, it has an effect not only on our own individual consciousness, but also on the collective. And that's what the focus and passion is here today. Now, why this 11/11? It is something I have been drawn to for ages. The synchronicity of numbers. And you might happen to see them on the clock or on the phone. It's 2222, 1111, 444, things like that. Has that happened to you? It happens all the time here. And I started to get more interested in it as the years went by because it felt very special. And I learned many years later that a way that the angels or light beings or higher dimensional beings, whatever you want to call them, divine beings, how they relate to us or talk to us is through synchronicities and through correspondences, meaning it can be images that they are speaking to us. And it's about connecting to that part of ourselves today. So if you're drawn to even coming on this, listening to this, I'm sure you have some kind of connection to it already. So 11/11 is seen as the Christ consciousness entrance portal. And that is a consciousness of peace, of forgiveness, of connecting into that part of us that is in alignment with that. And I will share all of this, some meditation processes and energy transfers. And they're coming from my own life experience. And I was guided to share just short with you why this passion in me, because people might think, what in the world? That has been my favorite expression lately. So many strange things are happening in the world, and I just have that expression. But about 30 years ago, I had 2 near-death experiences that profoundly changed and shifted something in the core of my being. And that's when I was taken out of the body. The heart stopped temporarily. And I was taken out of the body and journeyed into the universe. It was dark blue, black with stars, but there was a big light, and I was pulled into that light. And I knew this is the light you go when you pass over, when it's time to leave. So this light, once you meet that kind of a light, it changes you profoundly because you know that there is something, not like a light you see, at home somewhere, but you could call it something else, but it was perceived as a light, but it had the presence of love, I guess you could call it, but it's much more than that. It is home, it is joy, it is that peace, it is that recognition, intelligence, wisdom. It is everything you ever wanted. So how do you react when you're coming close to something like that? You just don't want to let go, no matter what is happening. It's like, this is the best thing. I've been, looking for divine all my life since I was 3, as I remember. But when I finally got that experience, I thought for sure it's my time to pass into the light. But what happened then is something I want to bring up into this meditation we have here today. 3 or 4 light beings. You could call them angels, I think. I mean, if I lived in the 1700s, I'd probably call them angels. But they were beings of light. They came out of this huge presence of light. It was like a wall or a huge orb. I don't know how to describe. And they came out of that. And they said, "What are you doing there? What are you doing here?" And the way they communicate, it's not like a language like Swedish or English, even though I'm thinking in English most of the time. It was a direct transfer of thoughts or words or feelings. And the thing that was interesting about this was I knew these beings. I knew them as well as I know my own mother and father and family in this life, right? It's that kind of a knowing, and it's a joy seeing these beings. They're all different personalities, different. So it's not like static beings of light, coming out. It's not like what you would imagine or what I would have imagined before I had this experience. Very different and joyful. And I remember I was trying to tell them that, no, you guys, I was so relaxed about you guys, I'm really ready. I learned everything from this planet, the lessons learned. I'm ready to go. So, and they left hysterically, thinking, what is going on? So one of them picked me up and threw me back into the body. Now, long story short, I went back again a second time. A little bit later, the heart stopped again because I stopped breathing. I was confused. I was giving birth. I have shared this story before, but it has such a profound effect that I just have this passion. I wish everyone would know that we all have a family of light around us. We belong to something like a community of light, a community of love. That's our true nature. And as I came back the second time to them, they realized that, oh, she's just going to keep trying until, and they just sat me down and they gave me a life review. So I could see my life up until that point. And they also showed me like a blueprint of what is to come. And then I started laughing too. So this joy of reunion and recognition and remembrance, and the one that then lovingly threw me back in the body before, he said, "I'm going to walk you into the body this time, and you better stay there. It's not your time yet." And we all have a date or a time when we go into that great, compassionate, loving, intelligent, peaceful light. That's our source. But we have some kind of a mission. We have something to do here. And that's what they showed me now. Right after I came back into the body and my daughter was born, quite a dramatic birth, I would say, the memory of what is to come was erased. I remember the actual experience of meeting the beings of light and my experience of that, and seeing this profound thing of when I came back in the body, when this being of light walked me into the body again, the paradox of coming back from out outside of the universe at the same time as coming from inside the very core of my being into this huge body, this clumsy, big physical body, was happening at the same time. So, in other words, we cannot fully understand the phenomenon of this light because it does seemingly exist in the outside, but it's actually in the inside. So it's both. I've had many processes with my spiritual teachers, the spiritual avatars, Sri Ama Sri Bhagwan, out of Satyaloka, India, the Oneness University. And I had many experiences where I brought back into, because I have some questions about that. Is it that? Is it outside? Is it inside? Is the light in a form or is it formless? I had all these paradoxes that I try to solve in these processes. And it always ended up giving me an experience that I guess everyone has to have in their own way. But I landed up in the mind cannot grasp it, but the closest thing the mind can understand it is the word paradox. And I understood it always through joy and humorous way. How can there be one without the other? That's how I ended up being given the wisdom from the sacred presence inside my personal connection to the divine. We call it the Antaryaman, the indweller. So the indweller is many times shows up as a comedian in me because it's easier for us to get a point when we're not so dead serious about things, because then we may be in the mind too much. So we need some kind of experience. So whatever you are looking for, this is a portal of light for you. And I will bring us all into this portal, into the processing of it, allowing it to take us into this magical world of oneness, where there is no separation. This is not something the mind can understand. The mind is limited. It has a certain work to do in our intellect to help us. But for this kind of a portal that we're going through with a synchronicity, that's what I wanted to share with you, because these light beings or angels, they have kept connecting with me, communicating with me over the years. And they usually have this language of synchronicity of numbers, of feathers they're showing around, of birds, of different symbols. And when the eyes are seeing it, there's an immediate knowing before the mind comes in. So to understand or to move into that language of light that is beyond the mind's comprehension, it's not possible. But it's for every being to access as you anchor into that presence. So, with that said, and with that introduction, I think we can just start this process here today on this very special and sacred day. So you can sit yourself comfortable and close your eyes. And just allow your body to settle and feel like it's heavy and relaxed. And if you are on a chair, see if both feet are on the floor. And just feel that your feet are touching the floor and connecting with Mother Earth. This planet has tremendous potential. And being a human being at this time is a huge gift. So feel that gratitude towards the planet. And under our feet is represented different zones, different areas of the foot. That is all our organs and our bodies represented in the soles of our feet. So we are actually connecting with all of our body to the planet, giving ourselves, surrendering into that mother that has given us this life. Our biological body has quite a different law of living in this body than being a light being. There's different laws. So we are in this biological body that is given by this planet. The elements that our body is made of, it's given by this planet. And we are part of this life on this planet. We are not separate from the planet, the animals, the plants. We are one. It is not some intellectual understanding, even though it's a nice thought. It starts becoming our experience as we go deeper into our conscious connection with the great compassionate light inside our heart. So feel the sacredness of all your organs, your different systems in your body. You are having this human experience. And it's a rare phenomenon to be born onto this planet, especially now at this time that we're in. A huge potential for awakening and enlightenment, meaning waking up from the illusion of separation, the illusion of living the life dictated from the mind. It can be given us, this experience. And as we become humble and grateful for having this biological body, no matter what shape it's in, no matter what age it's in, or what condition it's in, you are alive on this planet right now. That's very valuable for the divine consciousness, for the transition of the human collective consciousness. That which we call God or the divine is active in the collective. And as we, as an individual, transition in consciousness, we directly affect the collective consciousness. So one person who has awakened to their true essence of who they are, in alignment with the divine, that great compassionate light that is our essence, one such being is affecting 100,000 other people on this planet. It's a law of mathematics, it's a law of consciousness. And if a certain small percentage of people on this planet is interested in this transformation of consciousness, meaning to have our own experience of this presence inside, that is both inside the very core of our being, and it can be projected and experienced in the outside world as well. But to bring peace and that power of love into the world, we need a certain small percentage of the population of humans to have undergone this process. And I believe it's only 81,000 globally, if that would make a shift, of individuals who are like obsessed with this, finding and experiencing and loving this light within them. Like to have a personal connection to this light. If you are such a being, you might be one of the ones that's going to tip the collective consciousness into peace, into that love, into that joy, for no reason, How can there be separation when you have that love, peace, and joy naturally for another? You can't hurt another when you experience that you are that. I am another you, as the Mayan Indians said when they greeted each other in Lakesh. So this day, when we are meeting and walking through this portal of light, November 11, we can access our highest potential into our biological body and being. Take this opportunity. Celebrate being in a biological body. Allow it to relax and be the way it is. Your legs, just relax your legs as much as you can. Just allow them to be heavy and relaxed. Your pelvic region, your hips, your buttocks, relax. Your back and spine, relax. Your belly, your whole stomach, all the activities in the organs in there, so much happening. We can just relax. The chest and shoulders, relax. Your arms and hands and fingers, relax. Your neck and throat, relax. Your whole head and your face, relax. Relax. Allow the breathing to move in and out by itself. You don't have to change your breathing. You don't have to change anything about your body or what's going on with you right now. As you close your eyes, just stilling the body, experiencing it as it is right now. An ancient meditation called Vipassana that has been done for thousands of years. Such an easy meditation to do every day. And it's the most profound because you are meeting the body, mind, consciousness, and your higher self in a fresh new way, the way it is without having to change it. It will become very helpful in the times to come. Now, go into your heart. Just put a focus in the region of your heart. If you want, you can put your hands over your heart if that's easier for you. It's easiest to connect to the great compassionate light, the sacred essence inside you, from the heart. The heart carries an essence, an electromagnetic frequency that is 5,000 times stronger than the frequency of the brain. So in Eastern philosophy and science, we call the heart the governor or the king. And in many Eastern traditions, before they go into meditation, you bow your head down to the place where you are to sit down for meditation. When you bow your head, the head is lower, more humble than the heart. So science has also caught up into this ancient technology of wisdom, seeing that the brain is sending signals, listening to the heart, and the heart sending signals, neurons to the brain, thus creating a picture of reality formed from what is going on in your heart. So if you have unsolved problems in your heart, meaning if you have hurts, you have pain, You have unresolved relationship problems. That will affect your direct picture of reality. Reality is formed from the collective consciousness. So we are all a part of the collective consciousness. And to make a shift in the collective consciousness to benefit humanity into that higher state of consciousness, the best way to do that is to work on your own relationships, your own inner state of beingness. You will access that which we call power of prayer. We're going to go into that kind of a process here today. Through your prayer, you will affect the collective consciousness, much more so than going out knocking on doors, telling people to be peaceful. There is a more productive way. It's not only more productive for the collective consciousness, but also for you as an individual, as you're in your journey of awakening and transformation into enlightenment. Enlightenment being, you simply put light on what is there in the consciousness. This sounds like such an easy thing to do, but it needs to happen, that the mind allows it to happen. The mind, our thinking, has a process of projecting all the different hurts and experiences of the past into your reality. And as long as the mind is dictating your reality, you will have like filters of seeing the reality in your life. So as we connect with the power of grace, which everyone can access, every single one can access that inside. And as you start doing that every day, something will happen to your consciousness. You will also make friends with the mind. The mind that will come with suggestion what you should do will simply start looking at this presence inside your heart. Because this presence has a greater wisdom, intelligence than the most intelligent, wise being on the planet. It doesn't come close to this kind of a intelligence that we all carry within us. It doesn't matter what books you have read, what courses you have taken, how well read you are, or intelligent according to the world standard. If you start making a bond with your presence, something awakens. So the first meditation process and energy transmission we're going to ask for is to increase or awaken that bond between you and your personal connection to the divine in any form that you choose or any form that is chosen for you in this process. You might experience it as a form or as formless, in the form of a master or in any way that is close to your nature. What is needed from your end right now is to set an intention. An intention meaning, I would like to have this bond increased or awakened in me. This is what we call antaryaman. Please, I want to know you. I want to know you, my God. I want to know you personally. Please give me an experience. I love you. Please reveal yourself to me in a way that's natural for my experience. Thank you so much. Something like that. And receive this energy transmission. Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. 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 Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Amanagrahitasmi Bhagavan Anagrahitasmi Shri Paramjyoti Anu Bhagavan Anagrahitasmi Anagrahitasmi. Great compassionate light, Divine Mother, Divine Father within, please bless us all, bless the collective consciousness, and bless my role in the awakening of this consciousness to unconditional love, peace, and limitless joy that is meant for humanity to experience. Let me fulfill my sacred agreement for this incarnation, what I came here to do. Let me do my part, however little or small that may be. Let me just do my part. Let me serve the awakening of my own biological individual consciousness into the essence of who I am. The grander, the larger part of me. Let me be in connection to that part of me. Let me not resist the mind, but watch the mind, not be in conflict with the mind. Let me be friend with it. Let me have it as my friend that will help me out when I'm lost in the intellect. But let me walk hand in hand with my divine and never let my hand go. Please be my best friend. You can pray in your own way. Whatever intention and prayer you have from your heart, you stay with that. You can talk or pray to your divine. Make a bond with it in your own way as we go into this portal of light. You will do this in your own unique way. If there are 8 billion people on this planet, there are 8 billion different ways. So there's not the same. Oneness is not sameness. So find your way and receive this next blessing to make your personal divine your best friend. Tvameva matacha pita tvameva Tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva. Tvameva vijadra vinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva matacha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva. Tvameva vijadra vinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva matacha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva. Tvameva vijadra vinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva matacha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva. Tvameva vijadra vinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva matacha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva. Tvameva vijadra vinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva matacha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva. Tvameva vijadra vinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Jai Bole Shri Kalki Mama Bharati Jai. Jai Bole Mukti Pradhataya Shri Kalki Mama Bhagavani Ki Jai. And pray for that liberation. Feel joyous for that. As you are going through your awakening process, you are affecting the awakening of humanity, the collective consciousness, the liberation of suffering, the liberation of the dictation of the mind to start enjoying life. And we don't have to wait for the collective to get there. You might be one of the ones called to just go into this army of love right now. So join into this in your heart. That presence is sure ready to go. So just stay with your eyes closed. Be with that presence in your heart. However you experience that right now. And now we're going to prepare ourselves for this time ahead when, until the numbers of the 81,000 or however many we need as the population is maybe getting more or less, it's a certain percentage of that. As we go along to that to happen, we don't really have to worry about that. It takes care of itself. But we might need some tools for this journey ahead, don't we? So let's get some strength. Let's get the power to be brave enough to meet whatever challenge comes our way. Because there might come some challenges when you just want to run and put the cover over your head and disappear. But to be a warrior of love, your divine presence will help you in this process of getting courage. So this next process is to receive that courage to just stand in your own power of truth and of love, and to seeking forgiveness for those who have hurt you, to seek to be forgiven for those that you have hurt. This is really accessing that power of 1111, that Christ consciousness, to be able to hold that power, because that power needs to feel comfortable to be in your heart. If your heart is filled with hurt and pain and holding grudges against this and that, and you don't want to be friends with this, and I don't like that person, or this and that. Well, the Christ says, well, can you take my love? Really? It's unconditional. Are you ready? Or I don't want to hurt you, so let me wait. But if you are ready to take on this kind of power, you need to access that power of forgiveness. So, during this next energy transmission, why don't you take this opportunity to see, is there anybody in my life that I have not forgiven yet? Is there anyone in my life that I have hurt? Because that affects us. So any kind of forgiveness that needs to happen, just allow for it to come up. Your divine knows. You don't have to look very far. If there are some people coming to your consciousness at this time, just welcome them into your heart. Allow them to be in your heart and to receive this blessing so that you can be free of the resistance. You don't want to be carrying all these burdens of hurts in your life. We don't have time for that. We've been carrying that all our lives. It's time to let go. Let it go. So whatever comes to your heart now, whoever comes to your heart, invite them in. Your heart is big, bigger than you think. And if it's not that big, then this transmission will widen it, will bulldoze it, filled with light. According to your wish, of course, because this kind of a love, the unconditional love, it never pushes, it never forces. It is only through your intention. So whatever you wish to have done, you ask for that. I receive this energy transmission. Tvameva mama sharanam. Tvameva mama sharanam. Tvameva mama sharanam. Ama tvam vina anvana jani. Bhagavan tvam vina anvana jani. Tvameva mama sharanam. Tvameva mama sharanam. Tvameva mama sharanam. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama. Paramatma Shri Amma Bhagavan Paramatma Shri Kalki Amma Bhagavan. Tvameva mama sharanam. Tvameva mama sharanam. Tvameva mama sharanam. Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramahatma Shri Amma Bhagavan Paramahatma Shri Kalki Amma Bhagavan Tvameva Mama Sharanam Tvameva Mama Sharanam Tvameva Mama Sharanam Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramahatma Shri Amma Bhagavan Paramahatma Shri Kalki Amma Bhagavan Tvameva Mama Sharanam Tvameva Mama Sharanam Tvameva Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Amana Grihitos Bhagavan Anagrahitos Shri Param Jyoti Ama Bhagavan Anagrahitos 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 O great compassionate light, bless us all. Bless all of humanity for forgiveness and be forgiven. To experience your great compassion, unconditional love, limitless joy, and endless peace. Let us be a vehicle for your love on this planet. May all beings be happy and free. And allow your heart to experience that state. Allow yourself to anchor into whatever is happening in you right now. As the synchronicity of the angels or beings of light is listening, is navigating a synchronicity of the heart and the brain. 1111. 1111 in Swedish. And stay with whatever is there for you right now. Allow that presence of light move out in every part of your body. Allow every cell of your body to receive this presence of grace. No matter what is going on in your body, allow the lightness of being to move out down your legs, your feet. Feel your presence of your feet connected to the planet. Feel the joy and happiness, relief she is feeling, our Mother Earth. She needs happy feet on her right now. She's been carrying a lot of tension from humanity for hundreds and thousands of years. It's time for her to feel that love from her children. We are just part of her creation. Allow that to move out your body, down your arms, your chest, your shoulders, your hands, your fingers, up your neck and throat, your whole head, every part of your brain that is connecting to your consciousness, that in your brain that is your conscious mind, that which you are conscious of, but also that part of your brain that is in your subconscious, your personal unconscious, that which you have not yet discovered yet. So it's in the shadow. But as the light of your beingness is shining upon your subconscious, it is no longer filled in the darkness, but filled with light. Allow this process of enlightenment to take place in its own accord. It is a happening governed by your antaryaman, the presence of your divine. And as your subconscious is being filled with light, meaning you don't resist what is being put light on. Whatever is happening in you, whatever is your truth, what is happening in you? Can you see that? To see is to put light on it. Then you are accessing your subconscious. And when your subconscious is touched by that presence of grace, we are all affecting the unconscious of the collective of humanity. Meaning, all these billions of people don't have to do this process that you might be called to do right now. It's enough with just a few people doing it, and they would automatically benefit from it. All of a sudden, they would start having different kind of thoughts being downloaded into their brain, and they would make some great decisions that would be great for all, a oneness consciousness that would happen uniquely for each and every one. This process has to happen individually. It cannot be happening through some organized way that we're all going to follow one way. It needs to happen from inside. That light that shines inside you, let it shine in this world. Don't be afraid to meet whatever is happening. You have the power with you. Just go brave ahead. And whatever you are wishing now for in your life to be complete. Maybe there's something your heart is saying, oh, I just wish this would happen. Whatever that is, if it's something physical that you need in your life, we can ask our divine. We have a gold mine inside. Every morning you can go in and say, I need help for this. See, if you ask this intelligence of your heart first, you will be guided and led into synchronicities of pulling that energy into your life. So, whatever you're asking now, you keep your eyes closed. If you're asking for something physical, practical in your life, or if you're asking for a certain quality, maybe you're like, I just cannot forgive anybody. Well, maybe you want to ask for that gift. Give me the gift of forgiveness so I can be free of this pain in my heart. Or whatever else you're asking. Ask for anything and see it as if it's already happened. If it's happening right now. I receive this energy transmission of fullness and completeness between you and your divine. Let it be so. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hare Om Shri Param Jyoti Amma Bhagavan Anagrahitasmi Shri Param Jyoti Amma Bhagavan Anagrahitasmi Anagrahitasmi. Please bless us all, great compassionate light, Divine Mother, Divine Father, in whatever form we relate to you inside us. Let us be an instrument of your love, your compassion, your peace, and your fullness. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for finding the family of light in the world, helping to transition the consciousness of humanity for peace, for experiencing this power that is available in this very world that we live in, without having to leave this body, without having to go through the death process. This was the reason I was thrown back in the body. You don't have to leave the body to experience that. It's a destiny for humanity. Just hang in there. You'll find your way. And we are entering into that portal of the collective, discovering this consciousness of unconditional love, limitless joy, a joy for no reason. It is the core of our beingness, a happiness, a well-wishing for all beings, all animals, all plants, all living beings, and all of creation in this world. We are unique human beings on this planet. Our bodies are made to access this consciousness and be an instrument of that love. Allow yourself to be moved into that presence of peace. And give gratitude to your personal connection, to your divine, for bringing you on this journey of liberation, transformation, awakening, and enlightenment. Praise your divine. Give love to your divine. Say, thank you so much. And every day, take an intention to just go and talk to your divine every day. Make a bond. It's not a one time thing, it's the best relationship you will ever encounter in your entire life. And you will start seeing that presence in all your relationships. You will fall in love with people, with beings, with animals, with plants, with all of creation. Allow that to happen to you. Give gratitude for being alive on this planet with your divine. And when you feel complete in your gratitude, you take a deep breath and you open your eyes in your own time. Or if you want to stay with your eyes closed and just be with what is there for you right now, then feel free to just follow what is natural for you. If you want to access a guided meditation, if you find that helpful, of course, I'm going to let this be up on YouTube. So you can always go into this portal of light, no matter what date it is. If you want to have an audio file, there is on my website a guided 21-minute guided Vipassana on anettecarlstrom.se. As you scroll to the bottom of the first page, you sign up for my newsletter. I do send out newsletter once in a blue moon. I know I'm not the best at keeping up with that, but any news that comes, I'll send that. But you can also then get a free download of this meditation. Many people have found it helpful. And if you want more processes to get to know your personal connection to your divine, to build that bond with your divine, I have 4 different online courses that I made last year. They're in my web shop under anettecarlstrom.com, and you'll find them under web shop and web courses, I think. They can be helpful tools for you if you are new to establishing that relationship. It is based from how I have discovered that relationship to be very fruitful in my life. And they also have blessings, energy transmissions of the sacred mantras. If you like this ancient technology of consciousness of the sacred mantras, I do have an web course with sacred mantras also. You can learn how you can also sing these mantras, how you can utilize this ancient technology of consciousness that has been used for thousands of years. These ancient songs and syllables that we sing, they access the divine. It's like we are on one shore of the river of life, and we want to go to the other shore where the divine is. So, to access that, one easy way that belongs to the ancient technology of consciousness is to sing these sacred mantras. They're like a boat that will take you from the shore of your individual consciousness to the collective consciousness of the divine. So, to accessing sacred mantras will be a very powerful tool you can use. So, I just gathered all the information I had on it. It's quite a lot you can learn about that and how you can make that a part of your daily routine, maybe, of connecting to your divine. So they kind of go into each other. If you don't know what to say, you can sing a mantra, or it's equally powerful just to listen. And there's also then audio files of I'm not a particularly great singer, but I have a passion and any passion you have carries energy. I received a blessing from the spiritual avatar Sri Bhagwan to sing mantras, even though I very honestly and humbly said I don't have a tongue for the Sanskrit language, not necessarily, but I have a passion. Bhagwan, can I have a blessing? And he, with great joy, he blessed me for that. So I didn't waste any time. As I came back home, I started recording the sacred mantras. So each mantra on my audio files are transmission of that sacred power of presence that is gifted to us. So, to inspire you that you don't have to be the greatest singer in the world, you can sing anyway. You can listen to these. I have like some mantras, CDs are like you no music, you just sing along like a medicine of transformation, like bija mantras. Some of them are more like music, some of them are like sacred mantras of supreme light. It's recorded inside my sacred chamber, and the music producer was outside the chamber, and he just recorded it. Like the microphone was inside, and I just lost it singing to the great compassionate light. So that CD was made in 2 weeks. He was then guided by his sacred presence, his antriyaman, because I said, you do what you want with it. I just sang my gratitude to my divine, had certain intentions. And he was guided, from inside, like, go take your son and for on a camping and get up at 5 in the morning in these mountains and record the birds over there in the forest in south of Sweden. So he just followed guidance from his Andriyaman. And then he put that on the CD. Or he would be guided to go to a river and record the sound of the river. Or he would be guided to go to the ocean and record the ocean or the birds singing there. Or he was guided to sing Om, Om, he's got a nice deep voice, Om, he's singing Om, he has a little bell, all these cool things. And he just put this together, the whole CD. So it was made from that whole presence of the divine orchestrating both the mantras and the background. So don't be hung up if my audio files might be, it used to be called CDs, but I'm learning not to call it that anymore. Nobody has CDs, but if you want a CD, I have some. But I have uploaded them as audio files. They're on my website. You can use them also for meditation, for vipassana, listening, or singing along. If you don't know what mantras to sing, hey, you can just sing along with me. If I can do it, you can do it. So it's not about, being born with the gift of singing necessarily. You know what it's about? It's about that passion of the heart. And if you want to go cross the river, it's like, I want to hold hands with my divine. It's the only thing that matters to me. If you have that kind of a mind heart set, that 11:11 kind of thing going for you, then you might enjoy the sacred mantra thing in whatever way that works for you. Just follow the flow of your inner intelligence in your heart. So I wish you much peace and happiness, much joy on this journey of the heart and brain connection, the 11:11 portal of light. I love you so much. We're all one in a most profound way, not in an unnatural way, but the most natural way. And it's happening now collectively. So I'm so grateful that you listened and you took part of this today. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again. Namaste. Oh, so many comments. I love all these hearts and emojis. I'm in love with emojis. They're like the Egyptian hieroglyphs. You know, an image can say much more than 1,000 words. So, a drawing, a picture, that's it. So, I'm going to go and enjoy your emojis and your greetings and words. Thank you so much.